I'm under the belief that the next 7 days here in the crypto market are going to be absolutely chaotic. And in today's video, I'm going to explain to you exactly why I believe that's the case and exactly what I'm doing right now to prepare for it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and let's jump into the video. And before we do, don't forget that if you are trading any of your top cryptos, Bitcoin, ETH, Solana, whatever it may be, you can check out the link to BTCC down below. Because if you start trading on BTCC, they're going to give you up to $10,000 in bonuses and lower trading fees, all only with my link down in the description below. So feel free to go check that out and go take advantage of those rewards. But what we can see is that the last week in the crypto market has been pretty crazy, and we were prepared for that, right? I made a video for you all 6 days ago, and I said you must prepare now. September will be insane for crypto. And I listed out my primary reasons as to why I believe that September was going to be a wild month, and well, we got off to a wild start. We saw some good and we saw some bad. If we go look at, what happened in the crypto market here for, say, Bitcoin, for example, we saw a whole bunch of this. We saw moves down, then moves up, then a big move down, then a move right back up, then a move back down, and a move back up, and a move back down. I mean, this thing is doing the cha-cha slide all over my trading view. It's actually quite weird. Now, what you can see, though, is that we're not maybe going far, but even in these small moves that we're making, I mean, truth be told, Bitcoin's only moved 3%, but in this move of 3%, look at how many moments like this have happened, like this have happened, like this have happened. I mean, it's been absolutely nuts. Think about the excitement that we got from everybody on Friday when the jobs report dropped, saying basically that we had to cut interest rates. But the next thing you know, 8 hours later, everything was absolutely nuking and all the gains that were made were erased, right? It's been already chaos, but I believe that this chaos is only going to pick up. Now, the reason why I believe that this chaos is only going to pick up is because this is the last full week of trading before the next FOMC meeting. Now, remember, the FOMC meeting is a pivotal moment here in the crypto market. Everyone at this point assumes that we are going to see some sort of rate cut. Not only are people expecting rate cuts, people are expecting that there is a 0% chance that there is not a rate cut. So we're basically at a spot where everyone knows there's going to be a rate cut. We think that there's going to be a rate cut with 100% probability, and now we're just trying to get to that day. But when you think, okay, well, if everybody knows and thinks there's going to be a rate cut, well, then there shouldn't be any uncertainty in the market. No, that's not how this market works. The truth is, whenever there is a moment that is approaching, that's a big moment, even if we're certain that something's going to happen, volatility is always, severely high leading up to it. It's just what occurs. And what oftentimes will happen is that in the leading days, getting closer and closer to that event, you're going to see a whole bunch of rumors and news and things that's going to shake the market up. Why? Because people are committed. They're emotional about this thing. They're looking at like, well, we got to get interest rate cuts. We got to get interest rate cuts. Oh my God, no, we got a piece of news that can make interest rate cuts not happen. Oh my God, I need to sell right now. Boom, then they sell. And then they say, oh no, I'm tripping, my bad. And then they buy back in. And the next thing you know, the lizard people, they'll wake up, lick their eyeballs, look and be like, oh, let's liquidate some people today, right? And next thing you know, they're going to just drop the market for absolutely no reason. And then a rumor is going to come out being like, insiders are selling because they are assuming that an interest rate cut is not going to happen. And it's all this BS. It's mumbo jumbo. Truth be told, it's completely unimportant. But the point of what I'm saying is that leading up to that thing, that day, that event, it's always chaotic. It's always chaotic, and you have to just be prepared for it. It's like leading up to Donald Trump's election. When the presidential election happened, guys, the week leading up to that was madness. It was literally chaos every single day. And am I saying that Bitcoin's going to swing up 10,000 and down 10,000? No, maybe not. But it is going to, in my opinion, consistently all week have these big, boom, 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 these choppy droppies. Because I think the goal is, while people are emotional and committed and dedicated to this day, these manipulators look at the market and try to liquidate as many people in that little move as humanly possible before that day, and then the market will oftentimes move in the general direction it's supposed to, right? I think it's full manipulation tactics, and they're using our emotions as leverage. And I think it's very clear that this is very likely going to happen because look at the liquidation map, right? When you look at the one-day liquidation map for Bitcoin right now, what you can see is that there's $1.35 billion worth of liquidations on the one day back at 100K, and there's $1.3 billion roughly of liquidations back to $122,000. Meaning that if Bitcoin's price literally just goes up and down and up and down and up and down, people are just going to be getting washed on both sides. It won't even be a competition. I mean, lizard people are just going to be eating good, baby. This is lizard food. They're just going to be boom, 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 eating everybody. Go to the 7 days. Very, very similar. Look look at this, dude. There's over 3.37 billion, $4 billion worth of liquidations on Bitcoin back at $107,000 and $4 billion at $114,000. Guys, what that means is that if Bitcoin makes this move, 4 billion in liquidations. If it makes this move, 4 billion in liquidations. And my assumption is the lizard people are going to look at that and think, is there a way that we can make this happen? Is there a way that we can make this happen? Is there a way that we can get everybody? And I assume that they're going to try. And listen, they may not be successful, right? Maybe the general buying power of retail or institutions is going to be too much, and they're not going to be able to move this market as they'd like to. But I am vastly aware that in a moment like this, when liquidations are playing games on both sides, there's a ton that are eatable on both sides, and we have a big event coming up in just 10 days, nah, I know what happens next. And what happens next is chaos. And so listen, I would love to be wrong. I hope this week is the most boring week that crypto's ever experienced, but I just don't see it. I think Bitcoin's price is going to get nutty. I think it's going to have pumps and dumps. Things are going to go backwards, upside down, inverse. I think we're going to go back in time for a few seconds. That's how crazy this is going to be. And so I am just sitting back, buckling up, and preparing for the ride. Now, it's not just Bitcoin. Matter of fact, we're also seeing altcoins in a very, very interesting position right now. We're seeing altcoins in a very interesting positions. For example, if we go to Ethereum on the 7-day, what can you see? The same thing. ETH, $4,180, $2.64 billion. ETH, $4,400, $2.8 billion. Let me draw this out for you just so you can see the magnitude of liquidations. Move up here, $2 billion in liquidations. Move right here, $2 billion in liquidations. So if you don't think that these lizard people are going to want something like this to happen, some sort of bang bang or some sort of bang bang, oh yeah, just expect it to happen, especially as ETH's price is coiling up like this. You see how it's getting tighter and tighter, tighter. Guess what? We're probably going to see big moves in both directions. You're going to see swings all over the place this week, and it's just something you need to be prepared for. I mean, look, it already is happening. I don't even know why I'm saying you're going to see it. It already has started. Do you not see this? We started this day off green, then nuked all the way down to 4,100, recovered back up to 4,200. This was a multi-$100 million liquidation candle just right here. More of that, guys. More of that's coming. I'm telling you, I'm so sure of it this week. So you got to be careful. So what do you do in a moment like this? You do the same thing I told you to do 7 days ago. Had you listened to what I told you 7 days ago, you would have been safe from all this drama that's happened over the last 7 days. I told you to do 5 things. Prepare yourself emotionally, reduce your leverage and your risk, clean out your junk in your low conviction bags, reconfirm your strategy and make a personal promise to stick to it, and watch very closely to the news and rumors regarding the Fed. I told you if you do all these things, you'll be in a good spot. This big volatility won't bother you. All the crazy back and forth won't bother you. But if you get stuck in this big wave of craziness, guys, you're just going to get consumed by it and you're going to lose. I think people have been getting absolutely rinsed over the last few days because of these moves we've been seeing, because of stuff exactly like this, okay? And so what you need to do again is the big things. This week is still a good time to clean out your junk in your low conviction bags, reduce your leverage and your risk leading into this week. I think it's a great idea. For example, you all know I had that Solana trade open. I don't know where it went. I don't know why it's not loading. But as you can see, at one point I had a Solana trade open, a little short Solana trade. I still actually have that Solana short open. But what did I do? I pulled my entire initial investment out of it, and I left it just to ride and profit. So that even if this market does get crazy and it tries to wick people out and all this stuff, guess what? I'm not dealing with it. I don't have to deal with it. There's no big deal. It is what it is, right? It's all profit anyway. That's the sort of move you got to be making right now, in my opinion, to prepare for a moment like this. The only thing that I did add to my bag was a little bit of XVM. I added that at 9.53 yesterday, right around 2 cents. What you can see is that puppy pumped all the way up to 4 cents over the last 24 hours. So that was a banging gain. Got a little 100% gainer there. I'm actually going to probably work out something with them. They've been making a lot of moves in the back end recently. I would love to kind of work with them more on like a partner basis. So don't be surprised if you see me do some stuff with them over the next couple days and weeks, because they have been making some really loud noise in the behind the scenes. Everybody's talking about them behind the scenes. They're already at 40 million market cap, so they're absolutely smashing it. And so we've clocked 100% gainer on there over in the Discord. But outside of that, I mean, there's just not much good happening in the market in terms of micro caps. So I am really just focused on my big bags, okay? But the primary focus of today's video is just to tell you, listen, you need to be ready, because there is going to be chaos over the next 7 days. And as this chaos ensues, you need to make sure you're sticking to your strategies. You're making that personal promise to not break your strategies, and you're just locking in, okay? So I'll keep you updated as it all does play out. With that in mind, if you have been enjoying the updates and the Instagram and the TikTok and all the stuff we've been posting every single day here on the channel, the one thing that I ask is that you like this video, you head down to the description down below, click my Instagram, and follow me on Instagram. It would make a huge difference. I really appreciate it. We have a lot cooking up with Instagram right now. So if you could go follow me on Instagram, that'd be great. And don't forget that if you do want to go trade some crypto, you can go get up to $10,000 in bonuses and lower trading fees with my link down below. But all in all, I hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic Sunday. Lock in. We got a crazy week ahead, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace out, everybody.